So, I lent my room out at the weekend, and obviously my books are quite a large. I mean, I've got this, and then I've got my big bookshelves that I used to have behind me over here. So, my books are quite a large part of my room, especially now I'm in a smaller room. They are kind of the centrepiece, which I'm quite happy with. But the people who were staying in my room actually said to me, "So, have you read all those books?" And I had to admit that most of my books that I have on display are unread books. I have a few books that are my favourites, and I have to say I'm getting better all the time with my ratio, but I would still say that it's probably 65% unread. And when I admit this, I realise that it makes me sound like a fake reader, like one of these people who has books everywhere just to look literary and quirky. And it's really cutting, because it's like, I genuinely do read. But there's that feeling of that need to justify the fact that I read, because most of my books are unread. But for me, unless a book is really quite good and something that I'm pretty sure that I will either want to just keep for evermore or reread in the future to try and enjoy more, unless that's the case, I kind of just get rid of books now. I used to, up until like 2 years ago, never get rid of books. It was just not a thing. Like, even if they went off my shelves, they went in the attic, I would not get rid. But since I've really started to like favourite books, like books that I know are forever going to be in my tops list, I am realising that you cannot just keep every book, and for the most part, books that you have read are not going to be books that blow you away. Like, sometimes you will have a lot of success, but for the majority of my reading of a month, most of the books will end up going to the charity shop, unless I have a spectacularly good reading month. Especially now I work volunteering in the book section of a charity shop, I just kind of like to take my books, although I'm realising there's a problem with that, because I do have to chuck the books into the recycling if they haven't sold in so many weeks, and when they are my books, it's really cutting. And then I can't even take them back because I've given them to charity. I would have to buy them back, and they're books I don't like. It's a real dilemma. Like, there's one book, and I'm waiting for someone to realise that it's been there for weeks and weeks and weeks, longer than all the others, because I just can't bring myself to throw it away. Anyway, so I've realised that yes, I look like a literary poser, but now I am not one, and there's a good reason for it. And I just wanted to get a discussion going about how you guys deal with your read and unread books. What are the majority of books on your shelf? Are the majority of them read? I don't know, I might be wrong. I think most people probably do have mostly read books. But for me, it's all about the excitement, and yes, part of it is displaying your favourite books and books that you love. But most of it is just like stacks of books that need to be read. So, not only is it a centrepiece in my room, but it's also a necessity. It's a working, changing thing. It's something that I'm constantly shuffling and rebuilding, and I like it that way. I think it's exciting, and I also think it's full of possibility for me. Like, there could be the best books in the world in my piles, and at the moment, I don't even know it. But I'm definitely not a literary fraud. Bye.